What's going on, my people? It's the one and only Mind Muscle Motivation. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Let's build a community together. Let's continue to progress. Let's get better. And if you want to see the muscle motivation aspect of this channel, feel free to look at all the shorts that I've made over the years at the gym, in the comfort of my home, some while I was on my football journey, and I'll discuss later on down the road. Just go check that out. And right now, currently, I'm all about the mind aspect of motivation. Just trying to dissect and dig deep into the mind and discuss some things that occur in life and try to get better again with you together. I wanted to talk about what has not having a bunch of friends have taught me, and it's been like that my whole entire life. And it doesn't necessarily have to do with being an introvert. I'm just a good listener, and people turn to me to vent when they're not happy. Pretty much a bunch of conventional people. And I guess we all are at certain points in our life, but for me, it's directly so. I'm not popular, believe it or not. I'm not popular. I don't go out. I don't drink. Um, I don't drink. I don't like to party, so maybe that has to do with not having a bunch of friends. But not having a bunch of friends, let me tell you something. And stay with me, okay? Stay with me. Don't judge, because that's not what I'm doing. Not having a bunch of friends has really taught me to not seek out the bad in people, not decipher from the snakes and the good in people, but it really has helped me see specifically that being popular and being liked and having a bunch of friends isn't exactly what we grew up thinking it is. Because when I saw a person have a bunch of friends, I used to think there's something wrong with me. And how cool it must be to have all those people like you. But let me tell you, now that I'm older, and again, it's taught me to really seek, it's taught me to really see and not be so blind about the fact that the more people that you have that like you, more than likely, you're probably one of the fakest people. That sounds harsh, but let me tell you, people who have a bunch of people in their life, they will do anything to be liked. That's all it is. I'm not throwing no shade on nobody, okay? But that's the truth, okay? The more a person has when it comes to attention and just people and their presence, they will do any and everything to have that person like you. So kind of, they have different characters. They'll be serious with one person, and the next person, they're probably instigating. They're probably just talking shit about somebody behind their back. It's just the truth. It makes perfect sense to me, and I'm not saying that to put myself on some type of pedestal, but I don't have a bunch of friends, and I do my best. Okay, let me say that, because I don't want to make it seem like I'm some kind of saint, but I do my best not to instigate and talk about people. And again, I'm not perfect. I know for a fact that I'll talk about a person with another person every now and then, but I don't go around instigating. I don't go around spreading it with every single person. I may have one person who I'll do it with, and it's only because there's been a level of trust with that person, and I probably have built a certain amount of comfort with that person, so I can really be funny and just laugh. And that's what it's mainly about for me. It's just about laughing. But when a person wants to laugh and talk about people with every single person, I mean, godly, it shouldn't be everybody. Surely it ain't everybody. So again, and it also goes hand in hand with what you can give. Like if you're a genuine nice person and you're going around giving to everybody, I really can't decipher if you're good or bad, because I mean, you have good intentions, but people are using you, or you just want to keep everybody around, so you just continue to give and give until you put yourself in a hole. I don't know what to call that. I really don't. And just explaining that just now, it doesn't sound like a bad person, but again, you're willing to put yourself in a hole for other people's to like you, and you haven't built up that amount of strength to say no to people. So maybe you're just too nice. I guess that's really a thing, because I've been told I've been too nice, especially when it comes to relationships my whole life. So that's for another day and another discussion. But for me, again, if you have a bunch of people in your life, you're probably not the most genuine, trustworthy person. And also not having a bunch of friends. My life is peaceful, okay? It really is. And the only amount of opposition I face is the kind that I kind of put myself in. And yeah, that's how it is for a lot of people, but I just don't have a bunch of people who I have to worry about. And even if I did, I'm not going to worry about nobody. But I don't have a bunch of people that I have to be at war with. I really don't. And if I do, I don't know anything about them. And if I know I have one person that may disrespect me, um, I just don't give them any amount of time or attention, because I'm a lot mature than what I once was, and I just have more things to focus and be concerned with. I pick and choose my wars and my battles, and not every battle I make into a war. And that's what we as people should start doing, especially when it comes to other people and their jealousy and their hatred, whatever it may be. So not having a bunch of friends. Now that I'm older, again, when I was young, I used to think it was bad. I used to think there was something wrong with me. But now that I'm older, I just have a lot of peace, especially when I hear a person that's venting out, of course, one of the conventional people. I just hear about, oh, this person said this and this person isn't doing this or that, and these two people are saying this and that. Golly. Every now and then I'll hear it from people at work, but that's just, I mean, when you're out of high school, even into college, that's high school stuff, okay? That's stuff that just shouldn't exist if you're not in high school. It shouldn't even exist when you're in high school. But if you're hearing that well afar from being in high school, I mean, that's just unnecessary. That is unnecessary tribulation that you have in your life that just shouldn't be there, and that doesn't have to be there. So I have peace. I really do. I don't have to go around saying this person is saying that and this person is now doing that because of what was said. No, no. And again, with the conventional, I keep using that word conventional, and hopefully I'm using it right. But not having a bunch of friends has also taught me that people come into your life for different seasons and for different reasons. And again, I think with being a good listener, people want to come to me when their life is all out of sorts. Not a lot of people will come into my life when they're happy, I guess because I'm not really a fun, outgoing person to share one's happiness with. Maybe that's what it is now that I'm discussing it. But throughout the entirety of my life, I've had the homeboys who want to come and say what's up, or it's been a while, we should get a workout in, when the girlfriend or the wife broke up with them and they're not in a relationship anymore. Mm-hmm. Never fails, every single time. Now I used to have the homies who, and again, it's because I work out. I used to always have people say they want to work out with me, and again, I think that's conventional. But I don't go out. I don't drink. I don't like to go to parties. So I guess really I'm a boring, simplistic, beyond simplistic person. And I guess nowadays there's not many of the same boring, simplistic type of people. And again, people, I'm only 32, so I mean, I'm still young, and I'll never really say I'm old, but you don't have many people at this age who just stay at home, I guess. I mean, I guess not in the small town that I live in, but I've had a bunch of uh, I've had a bunch of people come and go, pretty much. No no one person that I grew up with, I talked to. Not one. And the closest of friends that I used to have, they're no longer around. And again, I'm not throwing shade. This is just something that not having a bunch of friends has taught me. I had one friend that used to live down here, and I couldn't keep from hanging out with him. And unfortunately, I was the only person he had here. And now that he moved back home, he has a wife, he has a son, I can hardly hear from him. And it's funny because I'll know he's on social media, but you can't make time to say what's up to your boy. I always have time to say what's up and see how a person is doing, but it seems like nobody can give me that same type of energy. It's just kind of weird. But again, I do live in a small town, so hey, what do I know? And being a being a good listener, you just have people who want to go to you to vent, to let out all their unhappiness, and then once they're in a happy place, a safe place, they kind of just they tend to forget about you. And that's how it was pretty much for me. And I've never had any type of unknown agenda with people, even with the female friends that I grew up having. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm a guy. I'm no different from anybody else. But yeah, there's been a few that I started to have feeling towards. But I mean, for the most part, it was just friendship. It really was. And then I guess when they either couldn't be more, or when they got in a relationship, they just threw me off to the side. Just threw me off to the side. So, I mean, it is what it is, but people come into your life for different reasons and different seasons, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. I'm pretty sure that's everybody. So, I mean, that's that, but not having a bunch of friends is it's not something to be ashamed of. It really isn't. Hell, I'll credit you if you don't have a bunch of friends, and if anything, I'll probably want to talk to you the most because again, to me, it's like you don't care if people like you or not. You're gonna be you. You're gonna be genuine, and you're gonna show your true authenticity, no matter who you're around. And I just love being around people like that. And you can tell those who have different personalities with people. Like if you tell me, if you tell me you don't like hanging around with people, but I see you and you're over here laughing and kikiing with every single person that I see you with, that's just another character that you have when and while you're with me. So this is just a short little video about the good in not having a bunch of friends. So we're gonna keep this going. I'm gonna do my best to stay consistent with these videos and discuss it for whomever it may concern. But Mind Muscle Motivation, like, subscribe, share. Let's build a community. Let's grow. Let's progress. Let's get better together. Until next time, peace.